I'm Ryan from MetroGuard Incorporated, and I'm going to talk about the Model 512 grain angle meter, which is something we developed to determine the grain angle of cylindrical and conical objects such as baseball bats, which is kind of what drove this project. It's a built aluminum. It's very sturdy. We've drop tested it a number of times. Handheld, digital output that calibrates in air, calibrating it, where you just put it in contact, the sensor in contact with the wood, press run, and it will tell you digitally what the grain angle is. And you can preset grade 1, grade 2, or reject depending on what your grain angle specifications need to be. This meter is mostly in response to the baseball industry. When Major League players went to maple bats, the failure rate went up drastically, and the failures looked like this because of the diffuse, porous nature of maple and how fine-grained it is. It's very hard to see the slope of grain or the grain angle on the tangential face. So when they were making bats, you couldn't really tell if it was good straight grain bat or not just by looking at it. And so you can see this is the grain angle. It's approximately 10 degrees. And you get these types of failures with that. You can see the ink dot there. That's how they're testing right now. They put an ink dot, I think it's 14 inches away from the base of the bat. And the entire bat determination is made on that one spot. Whereas with the 512, you can measure the entire bat. Here's a good illustration of how hard it is to determine slope of grain. You can see this bat failed catastrophically at about 10 degrees, and you can see it because of the way the crack propagates through the baseball bat. On a clean piece of the maple just above, if you were to look at the grain, you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at it that it goes 10 degrees. So that's why they've been doing the ink dot test for Major League Baseball. But that only tells you what the slope of grain is at that one spot. Whereas our meter can tell you the slope of grain along the entire piece quickly. So this meter can be used in a number of different ways, or different parts of the line. It can be used up to 3-inch diameter blanks and down to 3/4 inch diameter. This is, I think, is 1 inch. So this is a blank for pool cues, which we can test in the same manner. The nice thing about this one is that it can be used on a conical surface. It can be used on a painted surface, providing the paint doesn't have too many metal oxides in it. Like this black works just well with this meter. And that looks like a pretty good bat.